While you are writing your PhD thesis, I suppose that it is very hard to find the data or books. If it does, it should be samulori, which is the Korean percussion performance or dance. How's your experience?
How did I find the information for my research? As you know, doing any kind of PhD research, it takes a lot of years. It takes quite a long time. And so for me, it was a combination of field work and meeting people such as yourself and talking with many other artists and academics and these kinds of things, as well as going to libraries and researching what other people have said about the topic. So there are quite a few different places for these resources. So within the sections of my research, I talk about really all the 5 areas of traditional music, really being, first I talk about Confucian ritual music, and then next section I talk about aristocratic music, so what's happening in the court and what's happening with the aristocratic elites. And within these 2 sections I use quite a lot of research from books that I used at Seoul National University. I accessed the library there, as well as the British Library in England, in London. And also University of Sheffield has quite a good library for Korean studies, so this library I used as well. But I'd say in the other sections on aristocratic music, where I focused on sanjo, or my section on drumming, where I look at punmul and samulori, and then my final section on fusion music. These sections I have quite a lot of my research, in addition to these libraries, as I stated, is just in fieldwork, is just talking with people.
When was your first time to see the Korean traditional music concert? How did you find it?
My first concert, let me think. That's actually quite difficult, because I've been to so many concerts in my fieldwork, and not to mention the 3 years I lived there before I began my PhD studies. But I think it's likely that my first performance of Korean traditional music would have been some kind of drumming, like pungmul, likely at some kind of celebration, I think maybe Buddha's birthday or something like this, at a temple. So I think that I thought it was very exciting. I thought the music was very rhythmically complex, even though it was repetitive. And I thought this was very interesting. I loved the hats and the costumes and the communal aspect of the dancing and participation. So I think this was probably the first kind of music I encountered when I moved to South Korea in an actual performance setting. I think the first music I actually experienced firsthand was in my lessons. When I first arrived, the first week I started studying gumungo, so that was very interesting.
When you learn the instrument, what makes it fun?
What makes learning fun for me? I think the whole process of learning to play the gumungo and learning to play traditional Korean music was very interesting and very unusual for me.
Do you know any Korean traditional folk song? Can you sing it?
Do I know any folk songs? Of course, I think everybody who encounters Korea has to learn at least Arirang. So I'll sing you a little something. Arirang, arirang, arario, arirang goge로 남문 간다. 나를 버리고 가시는 님은 심리도 못 가서 발병나다. I don't know any more of the verses, so that'll have to suffice for today. Thank you.